people leaving. They didn't win an Xbox S and they're out of here. More people leaving. We don't have Zika virus. But if you stay, we'll give it to you. He wants it. He knows what I'm talking about. Hi. Now I've made a baby cry. It's just... I'm out of here. We're all going to go see Suicide Squad. I keyed. Erica, tell everybody your #1 favorite role and the top 2 favorite foods that you like.
Oh my gosh. I wasn't prepared for this. I really like a lot of roles, but I'm going to choose Yuki from Sword Art Online 2. Woo! And favorite foods, I really like cheese pizza. Sometimes you just gotta have it plain, you know.
Thin crust or thick?
Ooh, that's tough because I'm from Chicago. So like deep dish.
The DD. Okay.
You know. I really like pad thai also.
Alright, okay. I have a friend that lives in Texas who flies in Giordano's pizza.
Yeah, it's so expensive though.
It doesn't matter. He's like 4 houses. Yeah. Cherami?
Yes.
I want you to tell me your least known role that they would not know, that you think they wouldn't know. And I want you to tell me one animal that you would love to make your emotional support animal.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting.
Only one.
All right. So I think the character that people least know.
Edward Elric.
Yes. I did my best. I did my best vague impression to do that. No, but I will pick an FMA character. People usually are pretty shocked that I voiced Alicia in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and the animal that I would like to make my support animal, and I would have to pick a smaller animal because I just want to be able to take an animal on planes with me. So like, it can't be a giraffe, it can't be anything very large that's not going to fit on a plane. So I would pick a pocket monkey.
Actually, technically, you could have like a baby giraffe. It would just like, you probably shouldn't get attached to it. Like, you would just need a new baby giraffe, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're asking for like a replacement giraffe, like every couple of, they grow fast.
Well, yeah. Don't get attached.
No, I can't.
Mommy, where's he taking the grow-up giraffe? Don't look, honey, and close your ears.
That's why I'll have a pocket monkey.
Yeah. What do they eat?
I have no idea. I just think they're
Captain Crunch.
Well, yeah, I mean, maybe
probably train it. You know.
Train it to eat Captain Crunch, and then it just gets malnourished and just stays small forever.
No.
It's sick.
You gotta figure out what is a healthy diet. Maybe if you fed it Fruit Loops, would it become a rainbow pocket giraffe?
Ooh, and toxic. You know those signs in California that are like, everything in this row has this chemical that causes cancer.
Yeah. But it only causes, it can only kill you in California. Like, California is the only one that has this.
There are these signs in all the stores,
It's
all the
so
buildings,
weird.
and it says it right there. There are things on this aisle that you are currently on, or this house is made of stuff that causes cancer and birth defects.
In California.
It's not like psych at the end or do this to not get it. It just says that's what it does.
If you're reading this sign, you are currently inhaling the chemicals that
we still do it.
Yeah.
It's just like everyone told you Batman vs Superman was bad, but you still went to go see it. I know who it is. I know you guys. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take questions for you guys from the audience so that you can hear them, and then everyone will be able to ask you their glorious questions, and then you will give them delicious answers.
Wait, what is the character everybody least knows you as? Or what is the villain that everybody least knows?
The villain that everyone least knows.
Because you play really good villains, and not a lot of people know this.
Oh well, thank you. Let's see, the villain. I played a villain in a movie called Absolution, and I had a really vile line I had to say to one of the female people that I captured, and I can't say it here at all, and I never want to repeat it again. But no one knows about it, and it was a time travel movie, and it was pretty groovy. and I broke my gun on set in a shot, and the take they used in the film was the take that had the broken gun in it.
Oh.
But I just kept going. And so, don't do that. But yeah, probably that villain.
That's awesome.
And let's see, as far as, what's your favorite cereal? You like the Special K. You have Rocky Mountain chocolate cereal, you have Cocoa Krispies, and then you choose Special K. Marshmallow? You know you can order just the Lucky Charms marshmallow, just the marshmallows. You can order them from Amazon. Did you know that? Yes, did you know that? You can order just the marshmallows.
What?
From Amazon.com.
How do you do that?
You access the internet via a CPU. You type in the search engine, Amazon.com, you go to the search bar, you type Lucky Charms marshmallows, and you can order them for $11.
Over $11.
It's a whole bag, it's just marshmallows. It's this big.
That's $11. And now how does, wait, do they just make the batch, or is somebody else buying boxes of Lucky Charms cereal?
Ooh, that's a good idea.
I wouldn't trust it. You know what I'm saying?
That's a really tedious.
How does this process, but that's why it's $11.
That's right. That's like some Foxconn Apple phone company building. Yeah, what's your favorite cereal?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. How many people love Cinnamon Toast Crunch? How many people don't like Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Do you think they're all liking it?
Can I give you 5?
You get me a high five. There we go.
This is a room divided.
What's your favorite cereal? Cocoa Pebbles. I like how it turns the milk chocolate.
Yeah.
And chemically, you drink it. What is your favorite cereal?
Organic fruity pebbles.
Pebbles? I like it. How many people, when they eat Captain Crunch, they cut the roof of their mouth? Is that, okay, I thought that was just me. Okay. Now, did you know, you guys didn't know this, but Erica is very rad for being here with us this weekend for you guys because she just came back from a convention in the UK. She's not feeling great, so she's on this panel.
She's going to one next weekend.
She's going to one next weekend. And so, how many people have been overseas to the UK? Anybody? You've been? Where did you go? Where did you go? Tell me.
England, Ireland, Wales, and France.
England. Oh, it was a full house. England. What was your favorite place?
Ireland.
Why?
So green.
Green and healthy? What restaurants were you eating at? Because when I was there, I saw a lot of unhealthy things. What was your favorite thing that you ate?
There's this nice lamb stew. It was really good. It's in like one of those mountains. They also have these fresh strawberries. They have these really fresh strawberries, like literally on the like Puffin Cove.
Puffin Cove with little puffins? Like a ton of puffins? So you had nice lamb stew, so it was like, the lamb was like, go ahead, eat me, I'm in stew. You're like, you're such a nice lamb. I will devour your soul. So Erica, when you were there, did you have like a meal that you like, wow, this is, because I know in the UK it's difficult to find nicely seasoned food, but did you find something?
You know, I've heard that, but like everything I had was pretty good, I think. I'm trying to think of exactly what I had that was really good. But I remember having a bag of chips that was pretty good too. It was like red pepper and sweet chili.
Do you like spicy stuff?
They weren't like totally spicy. They're like spicy sweet, but they're good.
Right on, so you had chips.
Yeah.
How long were you there?
Not like the
Not like
French
I
chips.
crisp. Sorry, they're crisp. And
Crisp,
okay.
yes.
We did have fish and chips like proper, and that was really good.
Did you? Yeah. Did you? When I had fish and chips there, they wrapped it in a newspaper.
Yep.
The fish. You had that? Okay. Now, does someone have a question for Cherami? So, oh, Red Hood. What's up, my man? What's your name? Jared. Did you see Killing Joke yet? Have other people seen it? Is it good?
Yes!
All right. What's your question for Cherami?
As Lucy, what did you think of all the, well, rather rude comments that they were sent to her in the show?
I think she threw her voice. That was her answer. The rude comments by who?
But mainly a lot of the random churches in school that would see this as well, rather than
So what does she have to say to those people? The people that talk smack to you in the show, how do you feel about that? Yeah, how do you feel?
So, like,
the Tartarus people were mocking you and talking some smack?
Well, I mean, a lot of people give Lucy a lot of hard times, including Natsu sometimes.
But let's turncoats. We just talked about Captain Crunch, now you turn like, ooh.
I mean, I guess it's not as much you. It's Happy a lot of the times.
But also, let's keep in mind, and for those of you that have seen Fairy Tale, how many times has Natsu saved Lucy's life? How many times has Lucy saved Natsu's life?
There's been a few.
But as many as Natsu saving Lucy's?
I mean, like, we're a team. So.
You don't yell at me like we're a team. You never let me take you out on a date for some deep dish pizza.
You can't break into someone's house and not expect to be, like, you know, addressed for that behavior. You know what I mean?
That's because I'm all fired up to get to you. Now, who has a question for Erica, our sick, world-traveling Erica? Okay, here you go. What's your name?
Hi, Edgar. Yeah, well, just Edgar.
Oh, just Edgar.
For Erica, I heard your conference yesterday. Well, something came up to me. Just wondering, have you ever seen or heard the Mexican dub for Sailor Moon?
I have not, no.
No, because the actress doing Sailor Uranus in it, I'm from Mexico, and I grew up with the dub from there. She does a very deep, manly voice, and very weird that you do it always fine as Uranus, but maybe she had even more trouble than you doing the voice. She starts like this there. She calls Sailor Moon, cabeza de bombón. It's very weird comparing you with her, and it's just funny that if you by any chance heard that Mexican from Sailor Moon.
No, I haven't, but I mean, I think some people, I feel like, yeah, I really need to now. I think the only Spanish dub I've ever heard is probably like Dragon Ball Z's. And I don't remember any of it. But I think people forget that, yeah, she does have a deep voice usually. I don't know what other countries think about that. I guess they maybe get overly deep. But she is like 16 years old, so.
Yeah, but the actor's under like 40. The actor's under like 40 then. Okay, well, if you ever get the chance, I really suggest you to hear that just to compare the work.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
Okay, thank you.
Right on. Cherami, how many kids do you think you're gonna have?
I have absolutely no idea. Hopefully not that many, because I'm a very small person and I only have so many arms.
That's right. Erica, do you want to have kids?
I have cats.
You have cats? How many cats? How many cats? Yeah. Kitties?
That's about it. I'll go for it.
How many cats do you have?
I have two beautiful cats.
What kind are they?
They're domestic short-haired tabbies.
Oh, right on. Cool. What are their names?
Mochi and Oliver.
Is one more rambunctious than the other? Are they both kind of like feisty?
Sometimes they can be. One of them is kind of a little brat and she cries a lot. And like, she pretends to not like people, but then she'll like beg for your attention.
I always wonder with cats, like, are they just sitting there and they're like, oh, I haven't destroyed something with my claws in a while. And then they go over to the, like, is there like a set time of day when they do the little bacon biscuits thing, or is there?
Mine are pretty good about that, unless like we go in the kitchen, and then they'll claw on the cabinets to like stretch to get up for food and stuff like that, or they'll flop on the floor.
Oh, okay, that's great. Pick mommy's cabinets. Go ahead. Yeah. Who has a question? Yes. Hello.
I have a question for Cherami. And also I wanted to add, can you guys sign this? And the question for Cherami is, how do you feel about watermelon?
I like watermelon. I ate some watermelon earlier today.
Plain?
What?
Plain or dipped in some sort of adult beverage or what?
No. Just plain watermelon.
Plain watermelon.
Yeah.
Did you eat the whole thing?
Well, no, I didn't eat the whole thing. I mean, I feel like I know why she asked that question. I feel like it's a not cool related question.
It's not cool.
Yeah.
It's very not cool not to eat the whole watermelon.
Yeah.
Has everyone seen that clip?
Yes.
Okay, you need to check it out. That is how you get free produce.
But the thing of it is, notice I might have gotten free produce, but it didn't make it out of the store.
Not all of it, but you just said you didn't eat all of the watermelon.
You make a good point. It's valid.
She never goes on a date with Natsu. No, he saves her life. Hello.
He doesn't ask. Maybe when the show comes back.
So the relationship between Kaoru and I, so the voice had great ears. So Greg voices Kaoru, and I'm Hikaru and Harvey. And so when we're playing the Which One is Hikaru game, Greg is a he's a talented guy, and he has colorful hair. And I did a show with him. Who has a question? Let's see, who's got a... Oh, you know what? Are you playing Pokemon Go? Okay, so what team are you? Team Valor! How many have you caught? 123, that's impressive. Now, where's one that you're like, man, that's too far. I don't know if I can get over there. Oh, where's that? I just voiced the show. I don't play the game. And so, Gyarados? Is it a deep dish?
400 magic cards.
Well, it's a water type?
Yeah.
We need 400 candies to get it. Gotcha. So, okay, so Pokemon. So, Erica and Cherami, do you guys game?
I do. Yeah, are you specifically asking about Pokemon Go or just
Or any game, like video game?
Yeah, I guess.
What do you play, Erica?
I play a lot of JRPGs and games like Overwatch and League of Legends.
Well, that's upsetting this baby. You need to be playing more first-person shooters besides League of Legends. She's very upset right now. She's not happy. But how far are you? What level is your character in League of Legends?
Oh, I think the max level you can get, which is like 30. I haven't played in a while. That's how great. Yeah. But I play more Overwatch. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry.
Not Overwatch.
What game would make you happy, baby?
Mario Party.
Mario Party. Mario Party 8. What about you, Cherami? What was the last game you played?
Makes me so angry.
Which game?
Because it's like one of those games you play to like hate your friends.
That's a true story.
You can only fight against your friends. You can't.
No, well, yeah, it's like a party game. So you play against other people, and it's like sometimes the games aren't very fair.
Well, and you can steal each other's stars.
Yeah.
And let's just talk about how upsetting that is for me.
You don't like. So is that the last game you played?
I don't know what the last game I played was. I can't remember. But yeah, I do have a vivid memory of playing Mario Party and someone stealing my star, and I just didn't talk to them for the rest of the game.
And then that person became your husband.
It's actually true.
I knew it! I knew it! Okay, who has a question? Oh, I saw this hand over here. How'd you do in the cosplay contest?
I did pretty well, but I'm not going to say it. I have 2 questions. I don't know if you're willing to sign this for me.
Is this me? Have I dethroned Aquaman and taken over
Yes, you
and
have.
killed him? So these are the dolphins that used to be his, but now they're gloating around me because I'm going to take care of them.
Team Hawk.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, totally. I will. Later after this, because I'm doing a signing right after this.
Okay, but my question is, how do you feel about, like, what was your favorite part about the convention today?
My favorite part about the convention today was the fact that everybody was here, because that would be, if you guys were zombies or ghosts or vampires, that would be a much different scenario. But the fact that you guys are just really cool fans that are here and you guys make new friends and you cosplay and you take the time to come out to this event, and that's awesome. And it's so cool to be a part of that and see that and everyone's having a great time and enduring the heat. And it's really hot out there, and I'm gonna blame you for that. I don't know if you're responsible for it, but you are right now in my brain. But it's really cool to meet all you guys and to say hello and learn all your. There's some really wild names out here, like acronym names. Where's the Debanhi? Debanhi. That was her name, and every letter stood for something. It's like cool names like this. I don't get to learn about that at where I live. So that's pretty cool. That's my favorite part. And seeing like the femme version of that the kid. Highly symmetrical. I like that. But yeah. Oh, and Robin, R-O-B-Y-N-N, right?
There you go.
Two, that's right. Okay. So let's see. Oh, and my man, size 12 boot, even though you told me it was size 14 this morning. You were the first guy I signed, right? And then Happy over here. Don't. What was your name? Your name Natalie.
Natalie
Okay.
Leigh.
Natalie.
Natalie.
Natalie. That's what I spelled it. Oh, Nat A Lie. Nat A Lie. Nat A Lie. That's a good point. Who made that?
Me.
You made it. How long did that take you?
Huh?
How long did that take you to make that?
This took me a day and a half.
Nice. How many people have you killed with it?
It's not.
None. Are you lying to me?
Not enough.
That a lie? Oh, okay, very cool. So who has... Hey, do you guys want to meet someone real fast?
Yeah.
Do you know... So we all have moms, right? Do you know that Cherami also has a mom?
Yeah.
Do you want to meet Cherami's mom real fast? This is Cherami's mom right here. How long have you been Cherami's mom?
As of July 19th, 28 years.
Now, when you found out that Cherami was going to be a girl, were you like, yes, or were you like, oh, man?
God, how rude! Yes, I am a dance teacher, and at my ballet dinner, I found out she was a girl. And because I'm a dance teacher, I was going to...
I got a lot of tutus. It would have been awkward on my brother.
So how many total children do you have?
Those.
Okay, and so where's your son?
He's in Dallas.
What's he doing?
He works at an AT&T store going back to school.
He doesn't want to support Cherami right now at this convention?
As she's told you, they grew up together, now they live apart and they enjoy it.
That doesn't mean he can't come and support.
He has come to a convention.
He's in Dallas.
Oh, so it's when it's convenient.
True that.
Now, do you think, like, after you had, what's your son's name?
Michael.
So after you had Michael and Cherami, you're like, no more kids. You're like, you know what? I'll take 5 more.
2 hands, 2 children.
That's a good rule. Okay, who has a question? Here's. We got to you. I'll come
I
back
just want
to
to say
you.
happy birthday. That was last month. You know?
Oh, it's too late. I've already passed you. Don't say it. Okay, tell her happy birthday.
Happy belated birthday last month.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm gonna come sit with you for a second, okay? You have a Crunchyroll bag. What's your name? Hi, Becca. Is that B-E-C-C-A? B-E-C-K-A. How old are you? 18. Is this your first convention, or how many cons have you been to? Very first con? Well, congratulations. This is awesome. So, very cool. So I bet you have seen a lot of shows that Cherami and Erica have been in, right? What's your favorite show that you've seen of theirs? For Cherami, Fairy Tale, and then for Erica? Kill. That's good. So what's your question?
Aside from anime, you've been in the sci-fi show called Scream with the Banshee.
Oh, Scream with the Banshee. Yeah, that was a fun movie. It was hot then too.
How was it like from switching from like voice acting to real acting?
Voice acting to real acting? Interesting. No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. So, I've actually been acting for a very long time, and actually got started in stage, like most of the people that you see that have that you see at conventions get started in some form of other acting. So it's stage, and then went to film, and which led to voice acting and such like that. And I think that's the funny misconception, is that a lot of people actually do that. They go, well, you do voice acting. Well, do you want to do real acting? Well, the same. What's the word that's in both of those phrases? Acting. They're both acting. Actually, voice acting is actually harder in some cases, especially in anime. It's a lot harder because we have to match flaps. We have to match animation that's already there. We still have to make it our own.
And we're alone.
And we're alone. I'm always going to be alone because Cherami will never. But But yeah, so it's a lot of fun to do those things. And then for you guys, in fact, did you get started in stage or film first, or what was yours?
I started doing film and commercials because my dream was to be on Barney, which you lived right here.
Yeah, Barney! Woo. But you wouldn't want to see what I saw. Like when I saw the heads come off of Barney and Baby Bop.
I would have been a changed child for sure. Yeah. Much darker.
Yeah. What about you?
I took a few, I was always like really stage shy, so I forced myself to take a few, stage classes in high school, but most of my training is voiceover.
Right on.
So did you do theater first?
I did theater first. I did theater, and then I had my own 501c3 theater company. I wrote plays, produced them, did a little bit of everything, and voice acting was the last thing that came along for me. And when I was a kid, I don't know if you guys have ever been made fun of, but when I was a kid, I was made fun of for my voice all the time. And so then when I was in class and it was time, you know how you raise your hand and it's time to read, like, you read the first 3 paragraphs, and then you'll read the next 3, Kyle, and then you'll read the next. And so I was the kid that was always chosen to just read the whole thing. But they would still make fun of my voice. And so what was funny is years later, as we're all in our careers and we're getting, we're moving right along and doing our thing, you get contacted by the people that made fun of you in middle school. And then what you do is you send them a GIF of American Sign Language. Of one of your digits in particular. That's okay, we all do silly things when we're kids. Let's see, who has a question? I see
I'm
your hand.
excited for the Scream of the Banshee sequel.
There is supposed to be a sequel to that movie.
Sharknado, they need one.
They do.
Sharknado's gotten 4. Why can't Scream of the Banshee have a sequel?
Have you seen the 4th one?
No, it's not done yet, right?
It's done, but
The 4th
it
one,
isn't out.
it's coming out. It's not out yet.
It's not out yet. DC Douglas is in the
Sharknado 4
3rd
is already
one.
out?
How many people have seen it?
So they're going to be a Sharknado 5 real soon.
I can't speak about Sharknado 5, but they will be doing it. Anyway, what is your question?
Are you gonna come back as Portergeist?
Am I going to come back as Portergeist in Monster High? I would like to. It was a lot of fun to do. It looked great. The movie looked really cool because when we did that show, we saw it in stages of animatics. So we saw it, she's talking about the show Monster High and Ever After High. When we do those shows, we see just the rough sketches of the animation. And so we don't see it full out until we're seeing it in the theaters. And so it would be really cool to do that because that's a fun show and there's a lot of talented people on there for sure. Let's see, who has a question? She has a question. Elizabeth. Oh, I still remember. Okay. What is your question?
Could you sing the Mr. Knickerbocker song?
The Mr. Knickerbocker song. Will you sing it with me? You'll sing it with me? Okay, Elizabeth, I'll only sing it if you sing it. You ready? We'll just sing one line. We'll sing one line, okay? Ready? I don't know what I did. Here we go. Just follow my lead, okay? 1, 2, 3. Hey, Mr. Knickerbocker, boppity-bop. I like the way that you boppity bop. Ah, there we go. Let's see. Oh, right back here. Hello again. All right. I remember that's cool. What's your question?
Well, I had a question for how did you get into the voice acting?
You have to tell us how you got into voice acting, but you have to put it into a log line like you would see for a movie. It's a one-line answer. So if how you got into voice acting were a movie, you have to entice us to go see it with one line. How did you get into voice acting in one line? She can travel the world, but this question boggles her. Erica's got this. You got this. Or, if you'd like, use the lyric of a song. One line from a song, a lyric that describes how you got into voice acting.
Let Cherami get more time.
Well, I feel like you know this. Like, you know your
Give us an example.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to use the time when you guys are doing it to cut it let's see.
In a world where half Asians' voices are made fun of, one half Asian rises to the occasion through film, stage, and television to be the victor in the voiceover community.
That's mine.
I thought as a log line you wanted, like, you know, when you're trying to pitch a movie to someone, like, you have a brand new script.
That's how I would pitch the script.
You know, it's like when Harry Met Sally meets Suicide Squad, like when people are trying to give a comparison of like, this is what my movie's about. You
Okay,
know
then, yeah, do that.
Okay, well now I have to think about it. I just thought about it. All right. What was the child? Well, 7-Eleven commercial is not really featured on any movies.
Yeah, that's not true.
Is it really?
Encino Man, they go into 7-Eleven.
Encino Man?
Yeah.
Who is in that?
Brendan Fraser, Pauly Shore,
That explains a lot.
Sean Astin, who is now a Ninja Turtle.
That's exciting.
So.
Okay, yeah, Encino Man meets Barney.
There we go.
That's how I
There we go. What about you?
Her story will be continued in the sequel to Sharknado 4.
Let's see. What's your question?
Sharknado 4.5.
This is for everybody. Do you ever go out in public and see people wearing t-shirts of the characters you play and you're just like...
I mean, that's just me. I wear t-shirts of the characters I play.
True that.
You lost your voice!
It's a miracle.
Yeah, when I see people wearing shirts that feature the characters I play, I'll go up to them and I'll say, oh, do you like that show? You a big fan of that show? And they're like, yeah, and I go, cool, me too.
I was at Disneyland once and I was in the elevator staying at the hotel for my birthday, and I walked into an elevator and there was a girl wearing a Sword Art Online t-shirt, a girl wearing a Fairy Tail t-shirt, and someone wearing a Sailor Moon t-shirt. And my husband was like, do you want me to say something? I was like, no, because I'm afraid they're going to say, I don't like the dub. And I'm trapped in the airport. I'm trapped in the elevator with them. They would kill me. At Disneyland.
But then your flesh would go to give nutrition to their body as they killed you and ate you.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and your husband would have a great story to tell his next wife when he's like, and I saw it before my eyes and like, poor baby. Then you're gonna be happy because then you'll have John to look after, and you guys will have your own movie spin-off. Saying, I'm just saying you're gonna like the movie. And so, what time is it? Okay, that was it, guys. That's it. We have to go. Ladies and gentlemen, Cherami, Erica, lead us out.
Lead what? Lead us out.
Lead us out. Like, take us out. Like it's on a TV show. It's like, okay, take us out. Next time, next week. Whoa. Oh, there you go. There's your music.
Play it out.
Yeah.
I like that Erica goes, okay.
I got distracted by the stormtrooper in the series.
Whoa, that's amazing. Stormtrooper.
There we go.
That's a classy guy.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much for coming.
Ruth is doing a signing right from 7 to 9. And then I'm going to be signing right at here from 7 to 8 right now. And these lovely ladies, please give them a round of applause.